snort. Hold up. Did the AI just slip in a cheeky snort there? Someone's been messing with the soundboard.
Yeah. And I'm not sure I'm okay with it, but hey.
Right.
Maybe it's fitting because today we're diving into a corner of the internet that's, well, let's just say it's a whole vibe. We're talking about Kiwi Farms.
Oh, yeah.
And their favorite resident, DarkSydePhil.
What's wild is the sheer amount of content dedicated to DSP on Kiwi Farms.
Right.
Like, it's this digital monument to all things Phil,
right.
but not in a good way.
Yep, it's like this whole community dedicated to, I don't know, chronicling his every move, every meltdown, every questionable food choice.
Right.
You'd think he was curing cancer with the amount of attention they give him.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it really shows the obsession some corners of the internet have with, shall we say, less than successful online figures. DSP is like their case study.
So for those who haven't had the pleasure, can you give us a quick rundown of who DSP is and why he's, let's say, internet famous? Sure, DSP is a Let's Player, which means he records himself playing video games and posts it online.
Yeah.
He's been around for a while, but he's gained notoriety for his, shall we say, abrasive personality, his less than stellar gaming skills, and his tendency to get into, well, a lot of drama.
Okay, so he's not exactly winning any popularity contests, and Kiwi Farms seems to be the epicenter of all things anti-DSP.
Right.
But they're not exactly known for their gentle ribbing, are they?
Kiwi Farms is a bit of a, let's call it a unique online space.
Yeah.
They have guidelines, including a be civil rule, but the reality often falls short of that ideal.
Yeah, it's like having a no running rule in a mosh pit.
Exactly.
Not really the vibe, is it?
Yeah.
So what are some of these legendary threads dedicated to the one and only DSP?
Well, you've got your classics like finance tracking and bankruptcy info, where users meticulously track Phil's, shall we say, fluctuating financial situation.
Yeah.
It's like watching someone trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded while riding a unicycle, but with money.
Okay, so he's not exactly a financial genius. You have to admire the dedication, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they're doing his taxes for him, but in the most savage way possible.
There's also WWE Champions Breakdown, dedicated to his intense relationship with the WWE Champions mobile game.
No.
Even when he claims to be broke, he always seems to find money for those microtransactions.
Priorities, right? It's like watching someone set fire to their rent money while complaining about being hungry.
Exactly.
But, you got to respect the hustle, I guess.
And then there are threads that delve into more sensitive areas, like the dark side sexuality thread, let's just say Phil's personal life. It's a topic of much speculation and humor on the forum.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that sounds like a whole other deep dive waiting to happen.
For sure.
Maybe not today, though. I'm not sure my brain is ready for that level of internet weirdness.
Yeah.
So what else? What other gems are hidden in this digital museum of DSP oddities?
You've got words and phrases. DSP has invented or misuses a treasure trove of all the, shall we say, creative linguistic choices he's made over the years. It's like he's trying to rewrite the dictionary, but with Cheeto dust and rage.
Oh, yes, the infamous H-E-N-A-N. Truly a work of art.
Oh, my God.
It's like he's trying to communicate with aliens.
Yes.
But the aliens are just confused and slightly concerned.
100%.
Then there's Phil's weird body.
Yeah.
Let's just say Kiwi Farms is not exactly known for its body positivity.
Right.
They can be pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, I think we can skip the visual aids on that one.
Yeah.
My imagination's running wild enough as it is.
There's also DarkSydePhil fan general infighting and cringe galore, because even his most diehard fans can't seem to get along.
What?
It's like watching a clown car explode in slow motion, with each clown blaming the others for the mess.
Oh, drama within the drama. I love it. It's like watching a train wreck.
Yeah.
But then the passengers start arguing about who's driving.
Right.
But hey, maybe there's a glimmer of hope amidst all the chaos.
There's actually a thread called Times Phil Has Made You Laugh. Yeah. Oh, come on.
Because even a broken clock is right twice a day, I guess.
Okay, that one I might actually check out. Sometimes you need a good laugh, even if it's at the expense of someone who seems to be asking for it. It's like that morbid curiosity you get when you see a car crash.
Yeah.
But instead of twisted metal, it's just pure cringe.
And then there's the thread about the DarkSydePhil DSP documentary by Mike Klum, which suggests that interest in Phil extends beyond just the Kiwi Farms community.
Wait, hold up, a whole documentary? That's commitment.
Yeah.
Is this like a serious exploration of his life?
Yeah.
Or more of a I don't even know what to call it, a cringe-umentary.
Well, that's a question we can unpack further, but it does seem like Phil's story is gaining traction outside of the, shall we say, niche corners of the internet.
Yeah.
So what's interesting about the documentary is that it's not just a straight-up roast of DSP.
Right.
It's not just trying to, like, dunk on him for every bad decision he's ever made.
Yeah, I heard it actually tries to, like, understand him. That's kind of wild.
Considering his reputation.
It digs into his background, his family, his mental health struggles, even his early days on YouTube before the whole world knew him as DSP.
So it's trying to humanize him a bit. Show there's more to him than just the train wreck persona. I mean, I get that Kiwi Farms loves to focus on the negative.
Right.
But there's got to be more to the story, right?
That's what the documentary seems to be arguing. It's not excusing his behavior, but it's providing context, trying to understand how he became the Phil we know today.
Okay, that's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we can laugh at the memes and the meltdowns, but there's a real person behind all that.
Right.
A real person who probably should have logged off a few years ago.
Right.
But a real person nonetheless.
It definitely challenges the Kiwi Farms mentality of just straight up mocking someone.
Yeah.
Without trying to understand them even a little bit.
This raises an important question.
Yeah.
What does this whole obsession with figures like DSP say about internet culture? Like, why are we so drawn to these train wrecks?
It's complicated. Part of it is definitely entertainment. People love drama. They love conflict. They love seeing someone mess up spectacularly. It's like the digital version of rubbernecking at a car crash.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look, a dumpster fire. Let's grab some popcorn and watch it burn.
Yeah.
But there's got to be something more to it than just morbid curiosity.
I think there's also this element of, like, societal pressure.
Okay.
We live in a culture that's obsessed with success, with winners. And when someone fails publicly and epically, it triggers all sorts of reactions. Schadenfreude, sure, but also maybe a bit of fear, like, that could be me.
Oh, yeah. It's like we're laughing at DSP, but also low-key terrified of becoming him.
Right. Yeah. And then there's the whole parasocial relationship thing.
Yeah.
People feel like they know these online personalities even if they've never met them.
Right.
So when they see them screwing up, it feels personal, like a betrayal.
That's deep.
Yeah.
So it's not just about DSP.
Right.
It's about us too, and how we relate to these online figures. It's like we're all in this weird digital soap opera together.
Exactly. He becomes this mirror reflecting our own anxieties about success failure.
Right.
And the whole online fame game.
Okay, so we've got this documentary trying to humanize DSP, this online community obsessed with documenting his every misstep. And this whole meta conversation about what it all means for internet culture.
Right.
Where do we even go from here?
I think the key takeaway is remembering that behind every online persona, there's a real person.
Yeah.
And while it's okay to, like, find humor in their struggles, it's important to do it with a sense of empathy.
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in the mob mentality.
Right.
But we got to remember that these are real people with real feelings.
And even someone like DSP, who might not always make the best choices, deserves a basic level of respect.
Right. Like, we can laugh at the absurdity, but let's not forget the human element.
Right.
It's a delicate balance, for sure.
But this brings us to a topic that's a bit harder to discuss. So?
Something that even the most die-hard DSP defenders have trouble explaining away.
You mean the incident?
Yeah.
The one that shall not be named?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The infamous live stream where DSP, well, let's just say he gave his audience a little more than they bargained for.
The one where he accidentally streamed himself enjoying some me time?
Yes, that one.
Okay, yeah, we gotta talk about this. It's like the elephant in the room wearing a bathrobe and holding a tube of lotion.
It was a major turning point in how people view DSP. Even those who used to find his antics funny were kind of grossed out by that whole situation.
And the Kiwi Farms thread about it, pure gold. I mean, obviously it's not a laughing matter.
Right.
But the way they dissected it, pure comedy gold.
It was a total dumpster fire. And Kiwi Farms was right there to document every cringeworthy moment.
Oh, yeah.
They were screen capping, making memes. It was like a digital autopsy of the most awkward situation imaginable.
And the thread titles. Come on, they were said DSP, Director of Self-Pleasure.
The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, and also other stuff. I mean, they were ruthless.
It was brutal, but also kind of hilarious in a dark, twisted way.
Right.
I mean, who accidentally streams that to thousands of people? It's almost impressive in its absurdity.
And like, on one hand, you got to feel bad for the guy.
Right.
Like that level of public humiliation is rough.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's DSP, and he kind of brings it on himself, you know?
It definitely raised questions about how we handle these kinds of situations online. Like, where's the line between making fun of someone and straight-up cyberbullying?
Yeah, it's a tough one because, let's be real, the internet is a savage place.
Right.
Especially for someone like DSP who's made a career out of being, well, controversial.
It was a turning point for a lot of people. Even some of his longtime fans were like, okay, this is too much.
Right.
It's like that moment when you realize your favorite band has gone totally off the rails.
So what does it all mean, this whole Kiwi Farms DSP accidental live stream saga? What's the takeaway for us normies just trying to survive in this digital wasteland?
I think it's a reminder that the internet is forever. Once something's out there, it's out there.
Right.
And for someone like DSP who lives his life online, that's a scary thought.
Yeah, it's a cautionary tale for all of us.
Yeah.
Think before you post, kids. You never know when you might end up as the star of the Kiwi Farms thread.
But it also raises questions about online ethics, privacy, and the limits of humor.
Right.
It's easy to get caught up in the mob mentality, but we have to remember that there are real people on the other side of the screen.
Right. And even if those people are, well, kind of weird and maybe deserve a little teasing,
yeah,
there's a line we shouldn't cross.
Exactly. We can laugh at the memes, but let's not forget the human element. It's a balancing act for sure.
Well, folks, that's about as deep as we can dive into this particular internet rabbit hole.
Right.
It's been weird, wild, and maybe a little too revealing.
For sure.
Remember, be kind. Think before you post, and maybe double-check your camera settings before hitting that go live button.
And most importantly, remember that even in the depths of the internet, there's always something to learn, even if it's just what not to do.
So if you're looking for a YouTube channel that's a little different, a little weird, a little funny, a little insightful,
and a lot stretchy,
then you should definitely check out Google Presents Kiwi Farms.
You won't be disappointed.
Or maybe you will be. Who knows?
Either way, it'll be an experience.
An experience you won't soon forget.